Shape. Still nice, low humidity, then humidity increases, our storm chances increase. We're already watching off to the southwest. I want to show you a different picture here as it's really indicative of not only the visible satellite, but infrared here as we head into the overnight hours once the sun goes down. You can really see where these storms are firing up. The cloud tops are going over 20, 30, and in some places 40,000 feet. And that's the line of storms that impacts us later on. Right now, it's as quiet as can be. There's hardly a cloud in the sky, but we already have multiple tornado warnings, multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. This will eventually become a line and push through the rest of the area, creating a pretty significant wind threat. That's why the moderate risk for severe weather is away from us. But what you'll notice here is that we're under a slight risk for severe weather. In some cases, like Rolla, under an enhanced risk. And that has to do with the timing of this. This is going to be in the early morning hours of Sunday for that specific risk. Let's time this out. I think by 11 or 12 o'clock, still dry, but watch how storms develop as that line starts to settle in. By 2 or 3 o'clock, it's in central Missouri. Then an additional line moves in by 6 or 7, and then we'll stop this at 10 o'clock as that line finally pushes out of most of our area. Notice the clearing behind it as well, but we'll start with the first round because there are going to be two different rounds. Up to 70-mile-an-hour wind, not out of the question in some cases, with maybe golf ball sized hail, with maybe a brief tornado as well. And with the amount of saturation that we've had in some areas, our flash flood threat is elevated as well tomorrow. Then we'll focus on our second round as we start off with lingering showers and storms with 68 degrees. I think things clear out pretty quickly though, and as we get to noon, things are going to warm up. And then with the heating of the day, our second round. And really it is predicated on how we clear out, but still I think the ingredients are all there as this main storm system goes through, most of us under an enhanced risk for severe weather. Additional development as this low tracks off to the east. So like I said, regardless of how we clear out, there are still going to be some additional storm development. It's just how strong will it be, right? If we clear things out. And I think at this point, as that warm front lifts north, this low tracks this way, that's where we're going to see more humidity. And watch how this storm continues to work its way across the Midwest here. Overnight, like I mentioned, you'll see that first line settling in. But what we're going to watch is as that moves through, watch how things clear out maybe in central Missouri a little bit. And you can see where this warm front is. As we gain our humidity back along that front, that's where some of that twisting motion occurs. That's where we may start to see some large hail, damaging winds. Let's see how we clear out because the 2-inch hail and tornadoes are not out of the question. We'll start that thread at 3 and carry it all the way through about 9 tomorrow night. So for our next storm alert day, we're going to deal with storms in 87 degrees. And then fortunately for the rest of the week, things are relatively quiet, but it's going to be Sunday, a busy day with lots of dry time in between, but something you got to pay attention to as you spend time outdoors.
Gary, thanks.